I think I'm streaming again. We'll see if it works. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Sorry, all my Veni viewers, if you were disrupted there. It's my internet, I guess, or Comcast internet. I don't know which. We've opened a door. The name of this module, by the way, is The Laughing Idol of Lar-Shann. And we are in the first sub-level. And open the door and we see 4 beds with dead-looking bodies on them.
Interesting he says the first sub-level,
Yes.
because we haven't seen any further stairs or ways down. So Jeff will have, maybe it's not latched yet, but, mostly closed the door, and your new character, Tremor, says that we should go check for loot.
Okay.
Okay. Well, no, he's gonna leave the door open.
Oh, you leave the door open?
Yeah.
Okay.
He hasn't fully.
I'll go in and I'll take the risk up front.
All right, Tremor steps.
Well, Jeff is gonna go in. Tremor's gonna follow.
Oh, Jeff is in?
Yeah.
Yes.
And Belinda, you follow?
I'll hang out by the door.
Sure.
Yeah. And then check the chests.
Check the chests. All right. Chest 1.
Sure.
You open it. It contains a set of painted ceramic counters, such that used as wagers in a priest sessions of some sort of gambling game. They look well made. They could be valuable.
Tokens in some sort of role-playing game.
Dragons in houses,
Yeah.
or dragons in domiciles. Humans in habitats.
Yeah,
maybe.
humans in habitat. Yeah. You seen that web comic?
Yeah. Chest 2.
Yeah.
Contains an erotically themed and well-thumbed tarot deck.
Of course you would get that.
Yeah, the cleric.
Yeah.
You take it.
I'm sure they could be useful somewhere.
All right, back to you for chest 3. You open the third chest that contains an indigo silk scarf smelling faintly of perfume embroidered with a serene pelgrane. What's worth? Well, it seems like it's quite valuable.
Okay.
Chest 4. You try
Put all
to.
this stuff down in your inventory so we remember when we're
I'm not
back
taking.
in town.
I'm not taking anything we're not looking for.
Yeah, well, this
The tarot cards,
chest is actually locked.
Is it big enough for us to just carry?
It would take both hands.
Okay. So one person could do it with both hands.
Well, yeah, you're gonna have to put away your shield and your weapon.
And you're also carrying stuff from the other room.
Yeah. Does it look like I could break the lock?
It said it was a sturdy chest, but a solid chest. I mean, yeah, with enough time, I'm sure you could bust it up.
What do you want to do?
I mean, it's the only one that's. I mean, a lot of these have seemed like, somewhat valuable stuff, and that one's locked, so it's got to be. Well, we can go get a rogue, and we'll at least be practice for him.
Yeah.
Well, then grab it and bring it with us.
Yeah.
If you each grab a handle.
Yeah.
You put away your shield. You put away your weapon. Or you're each taking one handle.
Yeah, each one.
So
one handle.
you're going to put away your shield or your weapon?
I'm going to put away my weapon.
Sure. You have your shield out on the other side. Okay. And...
Is there more chests?
No, just the 4 chests.
And the body seem at rest?
I went 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Body seem at rest? At peace, they're not stirring.
Yeah.
So,
There seems to be bodies not moving underneath the bed sheets.
I'll say a small prayer for their peace.
Yeah.
Wish them.
Something that way.
Very
rest.
nice. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. And then you see the ladder that you came down in. And you hear often this Bay and Warlock talking about somewhere off in the distance, like the next room.
Yeah.
Head back that way.
Yeah.
And Bay and Warlock. Bay, you're here. You have the grapes, and you're looking around, and you just, according to the book, you just don't see any of the other ingredients. You see the jars, containers, but they're all empty.
This isn't a well-stocked pantry. Maybe there's a cellar with even more like bulk storage.
And just then we'll come in when we didn't see anything.
Well, hey, Warlock, we've got a lock for you to practice on.
I can work on that. I'll work on the lock on that.
Okay.
Did you say? Did Bay find like a recipe or?
Yeah, he had a whole
Okay.
book on how to do this.
But the
Okay.
ingredients are missing.
The rest of the stuff we need is not here.
You got the grapes.
So the ladder we didn't see anywhere to go up or down from here.
No, you see the ladder going up.
Yeah.
We didn't really investigate every room for hidden.
Yeah.
So
Wait, did we go into the dining room at all? Or did we just
We
see it
went
was a
through
dining
it.
room?
You went in the dining room and you saw the humanoid ant creature, and you decided not to mess with it.
So there's that creature, and then there's the whatever thing in the library,
I
which
mean-
we didn't check out either.
Nobody's been overtly hostile so far.
Agreed.
Other than the tree, but didn't.
Well, it didn't.
I don't trust the blue flying creature. Let's go for the ant.
Maybe you could ask the ant for supplies.
It is the kitchen.
Mhm.
So we'll leave the grapes, the trunk right there, and
Yeah. So before we do, you try to pick the lock.
Yep.
Roll me a lock picking.
and I'll give them guidance.
Roll d20, add a d4, and I think it was +6. You said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus a d4.
There's a 17.
Ah, there you go. Oh, this lock is a lot easier.
Plus a 4.
Oh yeah, it's like you put it in and just one tick, and pops open. Inside, a black leather pouch embroidered with figures of red devils. It seems to be full of coins. Also present is a small flat hinged wooden case about the size of a chess set. You open it up.
Yep.
You open it up, and when you open it up,
It's a chip.
boom! An image, an illusion in the air emanates above the open book of a city. And you see little things walking around inside of it, and you hear languages that you don't understand.
Do I have any abilities to understand different languages?
I don't think so, and if you did, it probably wouldn't work here. But it's a cool thing.
Okay.
That's
So I'm
it.
looking at
Sorry,
this.
what's
Six pieces of gold in the pouch.
Let's add that gold to the groups.
Yeah, definitely put in the groups.
How much?
66.
Okay.
You close the chess board back up, or you leave it open.
I close the little, yes.
So the city disappears when you close it up, and you throw it in the
Put it back in the chest.
Or you could put it in the bag of holding. Or
bag of holding or the chest.
Okay. We'll put it in the bag of holding.
Sure.
And then the gold
What
coins I put in
what should I call it?
chess set. Magical chess set.
Yeah.
What is this place
Lar-Shann's-
called?
Lar-Shann's
Where are we?
chess.
Lar-Shann.
No.
The Blue City book. Yeah, but the bag of gold pieces put it in with our collection of.
I mean, these things, they look like they might be worth something. I doubt we'll hang on to them, but, when we get back, we can sell them to the shop or the wizard.
Do we want
I think a magical chess set would be a good addition to Daphne's drink.
Oh, yeah. What are you saying?
What about investigation? So should we investigate this room properly before we move on?
That's a good point. We've only done like a cursory glance.
We're looking for a way to this bulk storage that we haven't been able to find so far. I mean, the kitchen could be it, right?
So we're standing in front of. This is the brewery room, right?
Now, I guess a clarification on this room. So it's got like the brewing and distilling equipment. Does it look like they also typically store wine and brandy in here?
No.
So they're making it here, and then clearly they're storing it somewhere else. You've got to age it.
Yeah.
So are we going to ask the ant?
We can go ask the ant. Try to. It's not. It didn't speak English. It chittered.
Well.
But since we're going to be cycling through these rooms again, should we just start with this room and investigate as we go?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to investigate the room.
This is the winery room, right?
Yeah.
The brewing room. You investigate it. You could all roll, but there's nothing hidden here.
All right, well then move on.
Would the ant humanoid be considered a beast?
You could ask it.
Are you a beast?
Like in the D&D? Because I've got...
Would
Are you a good
Jeff
beast
know that?
or a bad beast?
You would know that ants are beasts.
Right. Because, like, I speak with animals,
Mm-hmm.
which I could do as, like, a 10-minute...
Mm-hmm.
Who was the one talking to the sheep then?
Who's the one?
I did it with the wolves. I remember that.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
You know ants are creatures or beasts, but this is a full-grown
Right.
6 foot, 5+ foot
Right.
tall humanoid walking on his back legs ant person.
Maybe it will understand us, and it just can't speak. Could also be the case. We could ask it like if it understands us.
All right,
Wait,
well, we investigated this room. It's not.
Okay, we did investigate. Okay,
So let's move on.
let's move on.
Well, the next room here is the ant room.
Yep.
Bay, you're kind of in front as far as just happens to be.
Sure. I'll open the door. Let's go. And
You
walk
go
in.
back into the room and you get this a sense, a feeling of jubilation fills the air, and in front of you is that table, but now there are 5 places set, and they each have some food on it, and you see that ant, and it almost seems giddy. And he ushers you. He pulls out a chair, motioning you to sit.
Can you understand me?
And he points at the table, and he kind of pushes a plate towards you.
I'm gonna take that as a no.
So,
Who had to speak with animals or speak with beasts?
speak
Jeff,
of animals.
you're up.
Yeah, you want to try it?
I mean,
or-
it's a 10-minute.
Oh, okay.
We want to
Well,
eat
I think
sketchy looking food.
Does it look sketchy looking?
It smells great, but you see that it's dried cricket larvae on a bed of weevil dust.
Oh.
So lots of protein.
But it smells, it's well prepared.
Okay, against my better judgment, I will sit down at the table.
You sit down at the table,
Jeff will
and he's like pushing the plate towards you.
sit down as well.
Jeff sits down.
All right.
Belinda
Be
sits
polite, I will
down.
take a bite.
Well, let's do one at a time. Let's.
Bay takes a bite and rolls a Constitution saving throw.
So, I will take out some good berries.
That is a 19.
An 18. Roll a d4.
19.
19. Roll a d4.
D4. 2.
You now have 2 temporary hit points. And what do you tell the rest of the group?
Yeah. Seems good. I feel good.
Jeff, what do you do?
I will take a bite.
Constitution saving throw. Belinda, what do you do?
I'll try it.
What do you two do?
I'm not going to take it.
You're not taking it?
I rolled a 14.
14. Roll d4. What'd you get?
11.
Roll d4. You click. You get the sense of why not? Well, like what's wrong?
Food allergies.
You,
Be polite.
So that's just temporary hit points for us. So we pass.
yes, you pass. You each got your
Full
d4. And you go and the ant takes away the plates and he brings in a new plate
Oh, another course.
Where do they go?
into that kitchen room. There was a kitchen room
The one-
off the side.
So
Where did they go?
Oh, off to the side in this room.
Off to the side in
there's
this.
there's a room we haven't gone to yet.
Well,
the kitchen.
The
actual
kitchen. The kitchen. Tremor went into earlier.
Right. We poked our head in. He was cooking in there and prepping, and we just backed out as he realized we were there.
And so it comes back in with 3 more plates, and he puts it down in front of you. Are you still at the table?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're having a good meal here.
You see these small circular curved things on the plate, and they're covered in a white hardened shell.
Can
Oh, by the way, you open your mouth and no words come out. No sound comes out.
okay.
And you open your mouth and no sound comes out. And as the ant sees you start to talk and it glares at it and it's silence. And you get the sense that if you're not good, there could be further consequences. Like, they are enjoying this meal. Don't you hinder them.
That might be telling us something.
Like, wait, the ant interrupted them, or like they physically cannot speak?
No, that was earlier. When you asked what the problem is, and you said full, don't want any, it silenced you. It's like you can sit there and be full, but you're not going to interrupt my guess. So, Bay, you have this wormy-looking thing covered in
I looked at the kitchen.
white.
So I know the list of things that we need for these ingredients, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go in the kitchen.
Well, you start to move. Again, click, and you are now frozen.
Oh my.
You can't move. But with all that, there doesn't seem to be any harm to you either. Okay. I don't know if you try to resist
I
or
would like to resist.
okay.
It doesn't sound like you.
Yeah. Well, the idea is that you don't. Bay, do you try to do you consume this white?
Sure.
Yeah. Give me a Constitution saving throw. Anyone else?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, yes.
Ooh, I only got a 4 on that one.
4? Yeah.
A 10.
Yeah. You reject it, and you lose your hit points from your. It didn't sit well with you, and you've just lost your temporary hit points.
Okay.
What'd you get?
10.
10? You feel fine. Roll a d6. Jeff?
17.
Roll a d6.
4.
4. You have 4 temporary hit points. Replaces your old one.
Woo.
There it is. 6. Oh, that was really
You got 6 temporary hit points. Replaces your old one.
replaces the 2.
Replaces
It doesn't add on.
It doesn't add on.
Oh.
Temporary hit points don't stack. and the ant creature puts its hand on your shoulder and shakes its head and says, "It's like a sorrow." But he brings you.
Guess I'm out.
Yeah.
It brings another plate, and this has got an assortment of mushrooms on it with these spindly, cracker-looking sticks.
Yeah. We'll try it.
You try it? Constitution saving throw.
$13.
Bay?
Natural 20.
Yeah,
For
buddy.
22.
Roll a d8.
He digested the shit out of that.
4.
It replaces your old value for temporary hit points.
7.
7.
Waste of a 4.
Out it goes. In comes a piece of toast with crickets on it.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw.
14.
10.
10. Roll d10.
10.
10 replaces your 4.
2.
2. 2. Out goes the toast. In comes the next course.
How many courses are there?
You
I've
see,
never had more than
out comes
courses in my life.
a puree with eyeballs in green cockroach puree.
See if you can ask him for a drink.
Well, did
In
we
Rome.
to drink?
And you just actually he holds.
In 2 more courses, we'll get a drink. What kind of eyeballs are these?
Little tiny eyeballs, maybe fish eyeballs, but you don't recognize what creature
Okay,
they.
a little, not
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
meatball size.
not meatball size,
Okay.
but they're just little tiny eyeballs. But you can see the little pupils and everything, and they're very gelatin looking.
Jeff will close his eyes
Mm-hmm.
while eating this one.
Takes a deep breath. Bay, you eating it?
Yeah.
All right. Roll your Constitution saving throw.
10.
11.
10.
You can't hold it down,
Oh.
It's not. Yeah, he closed his eyes, but it
and you
wasn't
lose
enough.
all your temporary hit
Oh,
points.
no.
But you hold it down. Roll a d12.
DC's going up. 4.
4. And he pats you on the head. And he goes out and brings the last course. Crisp maggots with candied mud eel fricassee.
Just like Mommy used to make.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Roll your Constitution saving throw.
I'm going to use my heroic inspiration to reroll that.
As you start to feel it coming back up.
I'm going to burn 3 luck points to reroll that.
I saw that one come through. I was like, if you're lucky.
Through all of this, yes, you want to
Right.
pass this one.
Come on, I was doing so well on my rolls. 9 is a -1, right?
9 is a -1.
Okay, cool. All right, last attempt.
No!
It's a 10.
10 is not good enough.
Ah!
To where we were.
You finally.
You could tell like he was battling.
Yeah.
It looked like he almost had it.
And you can sense the motion of this ant, like he's hoping,
Yeah.
he's rooting for you,
Yeah.
but out of and the ant just so disappointed and dejected.
Ugh.
He releases the rest of you from your bondage, And he walks back into the kitchen, shaking its little ant head.
Does it? So it seems sad.
Oh yeah.
Pardon?
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go give the ant a hug.
Oh, okay.
Aww. Give me a persuasion check.
Persuade. Ooh, I'm actually good at that.
He did say we would get a drink if we succeeded.
Maybe-
12.
Well, that's what I don't know if we had to succeed.
12.
Successfully.
Uh,
All of them?
It's 6 legs kind of wrap around you in a warm embrace, and he has empathy for you, and he hands you a bottle, something to drink.
What is it?
What is it, Bay?
Thank you.
What is it?
Yeah.
You take a sip.
Well, I would want to look at it.
Oh yeah, you look at it. It's a you smell it. It smells like wine.
Okay, I'll do the little like tasting.
Mm-hmm. Tastes okay, although Keeleen in the back of your head says, "Really?"
Well, do you do the like proper wine tasting where you spit it out?
There you go.
Yeah.
You already
I'm a
worked on the
professional
table,
here.
so.
And it kind of cocks you. Maybe it doesn't know this tradition.
So I also want to go.
You
try
follow.
to,
You
try
follow.
to pantomime. Yeah, communicate with this thing. Maybe show.
You've been released from your bondage.
Yeah. So is it in the kitchen or is it still here? Or?
And it's in the kitchen.
Okay. So I go into the kitchen.
Go in the kitchen.
And I want to show my knives and be like, to sort of give the impression that I'm a cook too.
Okay. Yeah. He pulls out this cricket. It's a very cockroach is a better word for it. And he says, and he hands you 6 knives.
Okay, and so I guess I'd like, you want me to cut here, like cut the head?
And he points to the different places and shows you where to cut.
Okay.
Roll a agility check. Cooking utensils.
So while he's doing that,
Yeah.
I'm distracting him.
Okay.
Look in the cabinets, looking for the ingredients
Okay. You open it and you see all sorts of stuff.
with the stuff that we need for the wine.
How would you know what they are?
Because we've seen the recipe.
He saw the recipe.
Well, we've seen.
You've seen the recipe,
Yeah.
and you would see that these are common cooking stuff. There's actually a bottle of something that looks like it might be brandy, but it's like cooking brandy. It's not the right stuff, right? There are other ingredients. You do not get the sense the correct ingredients are here, and certainly not in the quantities you would need for a batch of brandy.
You have, Bay, you have some of the bottles, right?
Yeah, I've got 2 empty bottles.
You want to pull one out and like see if he knows anything about?
Oh, sure, yeah. Ooh, and I got the book too, so I can pull that out and
okay. There
like
you go.
point to ingredients and see if he knows.
Sure. It sees the bottle, it sees the book, and he's looking at you. And was there a question there?
I'm pointing and kind of I'm trying to do the universal like I can't find it.
Yeah, and he
Don't ask stop.
and he plants an image in your head of the same room where you got it. Like if it was going to be there, it'd be in that room.
It'd be there. Oh. Okay. So sad.
And he pats you on the back.
Dejected. I guess we'll walk.
I guess the other. Well, okay. So you said do a dex, right? For my chopping.
Yeah,
the
sure.
21.
Oh yeah, he's impressed with how accurately you got just the right, places between the shell and the carpet. And use the different segments of this insectoid creature. Yeah, he's duly impressed. And matter of fact, he picks up a leg segment where you've split it in half, and he offers it to you.
Okay.
Okay, roll your D20 Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy. 5.
Yeah. and he says, "You're no good to me." And he goes back to his friend Bay.
See, okay, well, since you're getting along with him, do I try to pay him? Like, is there a downstairs? Like, is there a cellar?
It'll be a him, right?
It'd be an it.
Well, it's not a queen.
A
It's
drone.
queen ants.
Yeah.
Drones.
I'm gonna
Girls
call
are
it an
female.
it.
It-
And
For
it's still an ant creature. Yes, it is probably fair.
Okay, I'm gonna try playing charades and indicate that I'm searching for stairs going down or a ladder going down.
All right, roll me a luck check.
Oh, wish I'd still had that +1 modifier. That's an 18 minus 1 for 17.
Yeah,
Where was that roll 5 minutes ago?
yeah. So he plants a image in your head of a trapdoor under a carpet
Do I
in
recognize the carpet?
a bedroom.
It's gonna be the library, right? Bedroom. Have we seen a bedroom?
Yep, I've
Yeah,
seen-
there were some bedrooms with, well, a couple with
There was
dead
the-
people in them.
There was the fancy bedroom as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's
I
the
would imagine
room with all the
fancy
cots in it with the
bedrooms
dead
seem to
people.
There was another one we didn't really check out, right?
Bean should
Yeah.
really check out anyway.
Trapdoor under carpet.
So you
Okay.
said bedroom. Yeah, there's a fancy one we saw. We
Yeah,
didn't go in.
The first one we went when was a fancy one, which I think is this one, and then there's that one.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was
Seems.
that one.
This one's the fancy one. That's the 4 cots.
That seems promising.
Yeah.
I'll give a giant thumbs up, and then I'll try to ask it if it wants to come exploring with us.
Click, click, clack, clack, click, 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 clack, 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 and it turns back to its chefing, cooking,
It's tricky.
meal prep.
All right.
Jeff will say compliments to the chef before walking out the door.
Click, 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 clack, 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 clack.
And you can't do meal prep without mealworms.
That's great. So you guys go back out. You go to the fancy room. You go
Yes.
go to the fancy room. You look under the carpet. All right. I give you that room again.
Is that where the dead smells?
He said it smelled like death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how
So
it's getting there.
store has one of the few locks you have seen in all the temple grounds, but it doesn't say it's locked. Elegantly furnished chamber within holds a low, wide bed with a coverlet and pillows of the softest cotton. It also has an elegantly carved desk and chair and wardrobe. A square patterned brown and gold rug covers the floor. Despite the lavish furnishing, they reek of death. The reek of death lingers here. All right.
There's not like a body or a skeleton in here, is there?
Let's see. Not by what you can see. There's no lump in the bed. There is a book on the desk that is open.
Not a blue book though.
It's not a blue book.
Let's take a look at the.
What did I say? There's a wardrobe, right?
Fancy drapes.
Elegantly carved desk, chair, and wardrobe, right? Bay, what'd you say?
Take a look at it.
At
the book.
At the book? The book, the letters seem all jumbled at first, but then they organize and the title is Protocols of the Most High Lar-Shann.
Seems like that could be useful.
You flip through it?
Yeah, I'll take a minute or two to do that while
Yeah.
I'm searching.
So there's a list in it. It says Principles of Severe Paramountcy. And it's got a list of 7 items. Do not harm the tree.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
Do not listen to the tree.
Uh-oh.
Only the priests below have the scroll of 3 ways.
Priest below.
The priests below must be assuaged with brandy, with the brandy. 5. Do not read the thin blue book aloud. 6. Do not take the whip into your hand. 7. Above all else, ensure that the ritual to bind a youth to the tree is performed each year, else all is lost.
And when we heard the bell, when we first got here, we heard a bell and something about only 2 more turns of the hourglass until something.
Until something.
Where's our scribe when we need him?
But yeah, there was also something about bringing youth.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm wondering. Is like it's 2 hours for that deadline,
I
and
do
then
believe-
all is lost.
Yeah, for some reason I had stuck in my head. Terms was days, but yeah, it probably is hours.
That's
But I
what I
think-
thought too.
But I thought the tree also said we weren't youth enough.
At least he wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all about the same age, right? Right?
I don't even remember how old I am.
If someone would
How
like
old
to,
are you?
you could sacrifice yourself to the tree. Maybe you'd assuage the tree.
Pass.
Anything else you'd like to do in this room?
It said priests below. So I assume that means below us. Because it didn't say the tree was below.
I'm gonna look underneath the rug to see. And he said something about a rug, so
You look under the rug, you see a trapdoor.
there we go. Is there anything else in the dresser or the desk?
There's a desk and there's a wardrobe.
At least we know we found the way down.
Oh,
We got
cool, that
15
worked.
minutes.
You think we should, like, kidnap a kid from the village? Well, option A, go kidnap a kid from the village. Or option B is go down the trapdoor.
Go down the trapdoor.
You open the trapdoor?
Trapdoor.
They're gonna find a kid. They know they have to.
They?
Unless I just killed the only person
Monks.
trying to do that.
The monks.
I don't. We've only seen one monk so far.
That's
and-
true. He
And,
was
and
drunk
he
off
was
his
drunk
butt.
off his face.
You might have seen more. Dead in their cots.
Yeah, yeah. We've only seen one living monk.
All right. So you go. You see a trapdoor with stairs leading down. Not stairs, a ladder that you have to climb down.
Yeah.
You all take the ladder. I'm putting away the map.
I would rather not go first. But yeah.
Who would like to go first?
I can go first.
Belinda is
I
brave enough.
volunteer as tribute. Belinda can go.
Bay goes second.
Jeff will go.
Jeff,
Yep, that'll go. Roll
you're lock, followed by Pine. I'll join Tremor.
Oh, happy to join. I think I'm the only one who's hurt.
Like the lazy Susan. What do I do with this? And the penis.
Demonetized.
It's a
And it's
biological term. Let's see. I think it goes like this. And Belinda. There's a long hall, doors on left and right, and in front of you. It might work better if it's just off it. Do I have something to read? area is the oldest part of the structure and feels closer and damper than the other parts of the fortress. Ceilings are only 10 foot tall, and the doors are finely carved wood, though far beyond their best days. Everything perishable in this area has been here for more than 3 days. It's covered with a furry blue mold, odious in texture, but completely innocuous. The denizens here require no light, and generally, okay, that's not for you. So, that's what you see. Doors on your left, right, and in front of you.
You're up front. Linda.
I am going to go for the far door at the end of the hall.
The far door at the end of the hall. All right. What do you guys follow?
Jeff certainly would. Assume Bay.
Bay, do you follow?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, are we all nicely aligned for the trap that I'm about to spring?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
All in one straight line,
Yes.
so the arrow goes right through all of us.
Well, we don't have too much choice.
You always have a choice.
C5. The corridor
Left wall, right
opens
wall.
up to a semicircle chamber with a golden replica of Lar-Shann idol in the center of 3 concentric circles painted upon the floor. The rings are 10 foot wide. The outer ring is painted white. The middle ring is painted gray. The innermost ring is painted gold. The golden idol is roughly the size of a large coffin standing upright and facing you. It is exquisitely fashioned and with lapis lazuli eyes and fangs of a diamond encrusted ivory. There is a seam running upward along its body on the right side, and the front part of the idol appears to be open. It's hollow inside. Slumped over on his side and facing away from you, within the second ring, is a man with shaggy black fur, black hair, wearing one of the priest's cloaks with a mask. Shadows and darkness obscure the other side of the room. You guys jumped straight to this map, which we will try to put on here too. That is the wrong way. It goes like
Did
this.
your thing of instructions say anything about this idol? Instructions about.
No, and he pasted it in Discord.
And let's see. In the
There's somebody down that. Down
slumped over on his side within the second ring, which is actually this ring. It says white, gray, and gold. That's what, Belinda. That's what you see. What do you do?
So there's a dead priest lying.
Well, it's
next
slumped
to the-
over. That looks
Yeah.
more dead than he actually is.
He's only partially dead, not full dead. That's
Oh, he'll be dead before you know it.
And he's next to the hollow idol.
Well, it's a ring away from 10. So at the end of this is actually a raised platform.
Mhm.
The gold, the final, and that's a little. I added that with stairs going up the platform, and it's 5 feet up, and that the idol's there.
And he's slumped over like he fell.
He's not looking so good.
Okay, but he's alive. Okay. I'll go up and.
Oh, he's unconscious. I'm sorry. He is not moving. But you can, as you
Is he
look at him,
breathing?
as you can see his chest kind of raised ever so slightly.
You call for a cleric.
Our cleric. Oh, you okay? Yeah, you want to try to heal him? See if we can talk to
Yes,
him.
absolutely. Sure. Start making my way up front, and
You step in the room. That's what you see. What do you do?
I will make my way to him.
Yeah, you step into the white ring and you are tensed up. I need a wisdom saving throw. That should be easy for you.
I'm at least in the room if I was able to see if he was still breathing,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah. Seem to be safe there.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
And that is a 16.
Yep. You feel like you got this intense feeling, desire to kneel down, but you fought it off, and then you moved into the gray next to the body, and you another fascination comes over you, and I need you to roll another wisdom saving throw.
That is wisdom. It's 12.
A 12. You failed your save, and your gaze goes to the idol, and you are petrified. You're affixed. You can't move. You can breathe, but you are in awe of the idol. All of a sudden, your friend, this
Petrified or paralyzed?
paralyzed is a better word for it.
Thank you.
Paralyzed. You don't feel like you're in danger of dying. You can breathe, but you are paralyzed. As you saw him look at the body, and then he looked up at the idol, and he just froze. So, Belinda, you see that in particular.
okay.
You might have saw him even
Okay.
hesitate when he crossed into the white.
Okay, so then I will try to keep my eyes down away from the idol
Mm-hmm.
and try to walk to him.
Yep, you step into the white, and you need to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Uh, 19 plus whatever.
Yeah, something doesn't feel good, but you shrugged it off. Your mind starts to pulse.
Oh, it's actually -1, but
It still was good enough. Lar-Shann calls to you. Time is almost
can
time.
I reach him without stepping on the next color of paint?
So, is reach? Yeah, I think so.
No, I'm trying to get
Yeah.
Noel to try to like shake him out of it or pull him back.
You pull him back, and he's like a fall over. So you have both hands, and he falls into your hands, and he's
Okay.
paralyzed.
Okay, I'm gonna try to drag him out.
You drag him back. Ugh.
Apparently it doesn't change.
You're paralyzed.
Okay, well that feels like a turn.
Bay, you see all this? What do you do?
Okay. So yeah, unconscious. Okay, so I saw him try not to look.
So
I will follow that.
You step
and
into
start walking in.
step in the room. You step into the white space. I need to give me a
Yep.
wisdom saving throw.
That is a 16.
Yeah, you could feel the sensation to kneel before Lar-Shann, but you shrug it off.
Okay, and then move on to the gray.
The gray next to the body. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
That's a 4.
Yeah, you go paralyzed.
I just dragged him out of the
Jeff. You see that?
Would it be a medicine check or a religion check to try to figure out how to unparalyze?
Which would Jeff want to do?
Probably a medicine. Well, my religion's better. Maybe a religion check. Being in a temple,
Mm-hmm.
he thinks he has a better shot with religion.
Okay. Give me a religion check.
6.
Yeah, I mean, there's an idol. and he just went paralyzed. Coincidence? Maybe.
Probably.
Warlock.
Maybe if we pray to it, they'll unparalyze, says Jeff.
Jarrett, what would Warlock like to do?
I was contemplating the religion check, but I have no abilities there.
I mean, neither do I, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a modifier. So you could roll really well and have the answer. Or you could try medicine.
Who is it? We
Or-
the one that had a whip?
Yeah.
You try to whip it around Bay's leg and drag him out of there.
Or you could do investigation.
I'm gonna do the investigation.
That was a good one.
Let me do that one.
So investigation is typically like hands-on.
Investigation is poking and feeling.
Poking and
Perception is scanning the room. What do you see?
Yeah.
Okay, let me do the perception. I want to do that perception thing.
I just realized that you can add custom skills. So it's actually scrolls, and then
Really?
there's hidden like additional skills, and then
You
you
can put luck in there.
can add custom skills. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
I'll go look for that.
I rolled a 6, and my perception says a +2. So
Yeah, you see a room with concentric circles and everything I just told you. There's really
I don't see a whole lot.
You're
more than
distracted. The idol is very alluring. That's what I'll just say that on first class you didn't notice it, but that idol is really alluring.
Okay.
And you are in the room now. All right, and I think that's where we'll leave off for tonight. With Tremor and Bay are paralyzed. Did
That's a good idea.
Did the stream ever go back up? Did you look?
Yeah, I've been watching it.
Okay.
Of course, I never tested the audio.
It says it's pinging, so it should be good. However, Noel's character, Noel, good chance you're not going to be here next week.
Yeah, so it's a good thing I'm paralyzed.
Yeah.
You know, I could cure paralysis if I wasn't paralyzed.
Yeah. So glad you did that.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be so smart walking in and curing him. Alas.
All right. It was a blast, guys. It's so nice to get back into it.
Yeah,
And
this
look
is
forward.
good.
Yeah, it was fun.
Look forward. Hopefully, we should be able to conclude this next week, and then we'll see where we go from there. And I'm really excited to get to Isle of Dread. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. Why is everybody dead?
Yeah.
Because they've all been sacrificed to the tree.
I mean, they have bodies. You have dead bodies. You didn't investigate the bodies at all.
That is true. Jeff was kind of creeped out by them. He was kind of like, ooh. Yeah.
All right, guys. For all our many viewers, I thank you for tuning in. And sorry if the internet glitches. Hopefully you didn't lose too much. Christian, you probably watching this. Hopefully you see this, and we'll have to figure out. Maybe you were here the whole time, just in the background. I think we'll just say that, and we'll get to that next week. So everyone that watching, thank you. Appreciate you. Until next week, take care.